Finally. Keely Tucker fell back onto the plush king-size bed in the middle of her lavish hotel room. After spending the last couple of hours at the Texas Cattlemen's Club schmoozing local vendors during a mixer, all she wanted was the peace and quiet of an empty and blessedly silent room. She lay there, soaking up the silence, wishing she could spend the next few days doing nothing but loafing while watching Netflix. Sadly, she knew there wasn't a chance in hell she'd actually get to do that. With everything you've got to do over the next 3 weeks, it's cute you think you'll have time for television, Keely. At 31, Keely was stylist to a handful of solid B-list celebrities, a career she proudly carved out for herself over the last decade. After tireless work and the good fortune of ending up on Ariana Ramos's radar, she was strategically positioned to transition from simply styling celebrities to creating original clothing designs for A-listers. You've come a long way from making dresses for your big sister's Cabbage Patch Kid corn silk dolls. Keely laughed at the thought of her older sister Kyrie's most treasured childhood toy. It was a ridiculously ugly thing, but so popular. Kids from the late 80s to the early 90s had to have one. At that time, the doll was expensive for their parents, who were blue-collar workers living in a low-income housing project, scraping by to make ends meet for their small family. They'd splurged to give her sister that doll, and she'd treasured it like it was gold. Unfortunately, after spending $25 on one doll, there wasn't a great deal of money left over for all the accessories that Coleco peddled to children. Necessity being the mother of invention, Keely's young self started drawing dresses she imagined her sister's doll wearing. Their mother, recognizing her little girl's talent, pulled out her sewing machine and showed Keely how to turn those pencil drawings into real-life clothes. That doll was the best-dressed toy in all of Marcy Projects and Keely's very first client, the crucial step that led her to Ariana's door. Thanks to the actress's fame and all the hard work Keely had put in over the years, her small design house, Low Key Designs, was about to hit the big time with respect to the fashion industry. As excited as she was about her dream coming true, it also meant her work life was about to become more demanding, as if it wasn't high-pressured enough already. Success wasn't for the faint of heart or the weary. It mostly boiled down to hard work, dedication, and sacrifice. This week, she'd sacrificed more sleep and energy than she had to spare as she traveled from one client to the next. She'd started out in her hometown of Brooklyn, New York, before she'd flown to the West Coast to meet with Ariana. After spending a few days in LA to finalize details on the sketches for Ariana's wedding dress, Keely was taking off from LAX and landing in the small town of Royal, Texas. Keely sighed, trying to quell the restlessness she felt creeping in from the edges of her mind.